The world held its breath in April 2024 as Iran launched hundreds of drones and missiles toward Israel. Air raid sirens blared, fighter jets scrambled, and explosions lit up the night. Israel's air defenses largely prevailed, but the shadow war between Tehran and Jerusalem was now out in the open. Fast forward to June 2025. The skies are quiet, but the conflict is fiercer than ever, now waged in cyberspace. Missiles have been replaced by malicious code, targeting power grids, financial markets, and critical infrastructure. The casualties are hidden, the damage often invisible, but the stakes are just as high. Both sides realized that open war risked catastrophic escalation, so the battle shifted to the digital realm. The new front lines are firewalls and encrypted networks, not borders or trenches. Soldiers are now hackers, anonymous, untraceable, and everywhere. Their victories are measured in stolen data, blackouts, and economic disruption. The 2024 missile exchange was a warning. Escalation can spiral fast, drawing in global powers. Now, the silent war continues, everywhere and nowhere at once. It's fought in undersea cables, satellites, and the devices in our pockets. The rules have changed, but the danger remains. Welcome to the unseen battlefield of 2025. The weapons of this war are unrecognizable to past generations. AI-driven drone swarms, hundreds of autonomous drones acting in concert, can overwhelm defenses with speed and unpredictability. These swarms are directed by artificial intelligence, not human pilots, and can adapt in real time. Quantum hacking is another game-changer. Quantum computers threaten to break the encryption that protects everything from state secrets to your bank account. The race is on for quantum-resistant encryption, as a breakthrough could render an adversary's digital defenses obsolete overnight. Private satellites have democratized espionage, giving even small states or non-state actors access to high-resolution imagery and real-time intelligence. Secrets are harder to keep when anyone can buy a view from space. These technologies, AI swarms, quantum hacks, and commercial satellites, have shifted the balance of power. Speed, intelligence, and deniability now matter more than brute force. Proxy groups can launch drone swarms, quantum hacks can steal secrets undetected, and satellite data can be bought anonymously. Attribution is difficult, escalation is risky, and the battlefield is everywhere. Warfare is now about precision, stealth, and technological edge. The era of massive armies is fading. The era of invisible high-tech strikes has arrived. The new landscape is defined by innovation and uncertainty. This is the future of conflict. The Israel-Lebanon border remains a powder keg. Hezbollah, backed by Iran, holds over 150,000 rockets, enough to overwhelm Israel's defenses if unleashed. In 2025, the standoff is defined by surgical strikes and cyber intrusions, not all-out barrages. Israeli intelligence, aided by satellite imagery, targets Hezbollah assets with drones and cyber attacks, aiming to degrade capabilities without triggering war. Hezbollah responds with drone harassment and cyber probes, targeting Israeli infrastructure and sowing disruption. Both sides push boundaries, but avoid the one move that would guarantee escalation: a massive rocket attack on a major city. The balance is fragile. A single miscalculation could ignite a regional war. The silent war here is a constant test of nerves and technology. Each side adapts, innovates, and waits for the other to blink. The threat of sudden escalation hangs over every move. The northern front is a ticking bomb. The Strait of Hormuz is the world's oil choke point. 1/5 of global petroleum flows through its narrow waters. Iran wields the strait as leverage, threatening disruption to spike oil prices and pressure adversaries. In 2025, chaos is often created by threat alone. No need to sink ships when insurance rates and markets can be rattled by uncertainty. Iran's naval forces conduct aggressive inspections, seize vessels, and use GPS spoofing to create incidents. Cyber attacks add a new layer. Iranian hackers have targeted port automation in the Gulf, causing logistical chaos and price surges without physical destruction. Israel and its allies retaliate with sanctions, satellite tracking, and cyber attacks on Iran's oil infrastructure. Each move triggers a countermove, creating a volatile feedback loop. The world economy is hostage to this cycle. Oil prices are the real-time scoreboard. The strait is a battlefield where economics, technology, and psychology collide. Disruption is the weapon and uncertainty is the goal. The silent war's impact is felt at every gas pump. The stakes are global and the tension is constant. The price of oil is a barometer of conflict. Iran's nuclear program is the most dangerous front in this conflict. By mid-2025, Iran is alarmingly close to weapons-grade capability, with uranium stockpiles and limited international oversight. The breakout time for a bomb is now measured in weeks. Tehran uses its nuclear progress as both shield and sword, deterring attack and gaining leverage in negotiations. Israel's response, sabotage, assassinations, and cyber attacks, all aimed at slowing Iran's progress without triggering open war. Mysterious explosions, targeted killings, and digital sabotage are the tools of choice. The risk of miscalculation is immense. Israel has vowed to prevent a nuclear Iran at any cost. A preemptive strike could ignite a regional war. The nuclear standoff is a race against time, with the fate of the Middle East hanging in the balance. Every new centrifuge spins the clock closer to midnight. The silent war here is anything but quiet. The combatants in this war aren't all soldiers. Elite state-sponsored hackers, Israel's Unit 8200, Iran's Charming Kitten, lead the charge, executing complex cyber operations. Below them, a swarm of non-state actors and hacktivists, often teenagers, launch digital attacks for ideology, nationalism, or thrill. They coordinate on encrypted apps, targeting websites, leaking data, and spreading disinformation. Cryptocurrencies fuel this shadow war, enabling anonymous funding for proxy groups and freelance hackers. Iran, under sanctions, has mastered crypto to fund operations and proxies, making money trails nearly invisible. The lines between soldier and civilian, war and crime, are blurred. The battlefield is global, digital, and chaotic. Responsibility is murky, and the consequences are real. The most decisive battles are fought over critical infrastructure, power grids, and financial systems. In early 2025, Iranian cities suffered blackouts from a suspected cyber attack. Israel's banks were hit by wiper malware in retaliation. These attacks don't just cause temporary chaos, they erode public trust and morale. Disinformation campaigns amplify fear, spreading fake news about contaminated water or economic collapse. The goal: convince citizens their government can't protect them. Both nations are highly digitized, making them powerful yet vulnerable. Their technological strengths are also their greatest weaknesses. The silent war exploits this paradox, turning daily life into a battlefield. Every blackout, every frozen bank account is a psychological blow. The war is fought in the shadows, but its effects are felt everywhere. Modernity is both shield and target. The cost is measured in confidence lost, not just money or lives. The infrastructure of daily life is now the front line. The Iran-Israel silent war is shaped by the world's great powers. The US backs Israel with military aid, intelligence, and diplomatic cover, but is wary of direct confrontation with Iran. Russia supports Iran with weapons, UN cover, and cyber expertise, emboldening Tehran to act more aggressively. China, Iran's top oil customer, plays all sides, buying energy from Iran, trading with Israel, and calling for stability to protect its economic interests. Each power pursues its own agenda. The US tries to contain conflict, Russia seeks chaos to weaken the West, and China prioritizes business and stability. Their moves and alliances shape every decision in Tehran and Jerusalem. The silent war is a chessboard with global players. External support and pressure influence every escalation and de-escalation. The conflict's outcome is tied to shifting alliances and great power calculations. The Middle East is a stage for global rivalry. Every move is watched, every action has consequences. The silent war is never just local, the world is always in the room. As 2025 draws to a close, a clear winner is unlikely. The most probable outcome is a tense, enduring stalemate. Neither side can risk a decisive blow without catastrophic escalation. Cyber and economic attacks create cycles of retaliation, but not victory. The US presidential election could shift the balance, with new policies altering the conflict's trajectory. Russia and China will keep pursuing their interests, deepening ties or calling for calm as it suits them. The risk of miscalculation remains high. One wrong move could widen the war. The new normal is persistent, low to medium intensity conflict, punctuated by flare-ups and moments of high tension. Advances in Iran's nuclear program will keep the region on edge. The war won't end, it will grind on in the shadows. The contest is about resilience, technology, and political will. The silent war is here to stay. The Iran-Israel conflict of 2025 is a blueprint for modern war. Power is now measured by digital security and cyber skill, not just tanks or troops. The battlefield is a global network. Power grids, finances, information systems. Soldiers are hackers, activists, and shadowy financiers, blurring the lines between war and peace. The conflict is fought in silence, but its impact is everywhere. The lessons go beyond the Middle East. Future wars will be fought in code, not trenches. Disruption is the new weapon. Connectivity is the new vulnerability. The front lines are in our networks, not on maps. The most profound acts of war may be the ones we never see. The future of conflict is already here, quiet, data-driven, and relentless.